A book isn't born in a vacuum. It's a product of its time, a reflection of a specific world, with its own rules, technologies, and power structures. Think of this context not as a boring historical backdrop, but as an active force, shaping what a story can even say. The historical moment dictates what's possible. In Victorian England, with its rigid class system and limited rights for women, authors wrote stories constrained by those realities. Today, our world is more fluid, grappling with post-colonial questions, and our stories reflect that. The same goes for social structures, class, gender, race. A text isn't just about these things, it's built within them. It either accepts these hierarchies, questions them, or tries to imagine a way to transform them. Here's where it gets powerful. Compare Jane Austen's world with Margaret Atwood's Gilead. In Austen's Regency England, patriarchy is firm, but Elizabeth Bennet can still negotiate within it. She can refuse marriage proposals, exercising a degree of choice. In Atwood's dystopia, this patriarchy is so absolute that choice is eliminated entirely. The handmaids have zero agency. Comparing them shows us something crucial. Resistance isn't a simple on or off switch. The degree of oppression completely changes the strategies available to fight back. Negotiation versus bare survival. So, analyzing context gives you a kind of X-ray vision. It lets you see the invisible forces molding the narrative. It helps you distinguish what's a product of one specific era from the universal human questions that echo through time. Next time you open a book, don't just ask what's happening on the page. Ask, what world made this story possible?